We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. So, for instance, they could have me say things like, I don't know, Killmonger was right, or Ben Carson is in the sunken place, or, how about this, simply, President Trump is a total and complete dipshit. Now, you see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would. Someone like Jordan Peele. This is a dangerous time. Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet. That's a time when we need to rely on trusted news sources. It may sound basic, but how we move forward in the age of information is going to be the difference between whether we survive or whether we become some kind of fucked up dystopia. Thank you, and stay woke, bitches.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Truth Pages. It's your boy TTP, back with another video for you guys. What you just looked at, it's what's known as a deep fake. And using biometric and facial recognition technology, they can make it look like you're saying or doing something at any given time that you did not actually say or do. And when people see this technology, they laugh about it and they joke about it and they think it's so genius that we have this kind of technology. But anytime I see technology being pushed through the mainstream media, I always think about how it can be used for evil. And we're going to talk about that today in this video. I'm going to show you guys some examples of this taking place. And I'm also going to show you guys how far this technology goes and how it can be used to frame anybody in the world in real time. So let's go ahead and let's just jump right into it.
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. Do you ever notice? In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system. Approximately half of new illegal immigrants came on temporary visas and then never, ever left. Why should they? Nobody's telling them to leave. Stay as long as you want. We'll take care of you. Beyond violating our laws, visa overstays pose, and they really are a big problem, pose a substantial threat to national security. The 9/11 Commission said that this tracking system should be a high priority and would have assisted law enforcement and intelligence officials in August and September 2001 in conducting a search for 2 of the 9/11 hijackers that were in the United States on expired visas. And you know what that would have meant. What that could have meant. Wouldn't that have been wonderful, right? What that could have meant. Last year alone, nearly 500,000 individuals overstayed their temporary visas. Removing visa overstays will be a top priority of my administration. If people around the world believe they can just come on a temporary visa and never, ever leave, the Obama-Clinton policy, that's what it is, then we have a completely open border and we no longer have a country. We must send a message that visa expiration dates will be strongly enforced.
Well, your face can tell people a lot more than you might think. In a new world of facial recognition technology, your every move can be tracked. Some say it's like the Wild West without laws to regulate how our facial information can be collected or used. Tonight, the I-Team's Melissa Russo continues our series of reports on protecting your privacy.
At the Atlantic Plaza Towers on the border of Bed-Stuy,
we're being watched.
Some tenants have a creepy feeling about their landlord's new plan.
They're taking biometric data from us
to get into their building.
We're being bullied into taking our picture in order to get our keys.
Tenants are afraid the landlord will team up with law enforcement and try to force them out of their rent-stabilized homes. Another concern, facial recognition fails about a third of the time when used on people with darker skin. Management insists their only goal is to improve security. The Civil Liberties Union is pushing for new laws that set limits.
No person should be asked to give up their most private biological data as a condition of obtaining housing.
Out in public, all you have to do is show your face. Today's tech can identify you, track your movements, even your shopping habits.
Big Brother, it's a little disconcerting.
Is New York becoming a surveillance state? Driving across the RFK bridge, a government-installed facial recognition system is scanning your face.
It's horrible. It's an invasion of privacy.
This technology is being installed with zero public oversight and accountability.
Last month, when the I-Team asked Governor Andrew Cuomo about privacy concerns on the bridges, his response was a bizarre denial.
I don't believe we have facial recognition software at bridges and tunnels.
But it didn't take facial recognition to find Governor Cuomo on camera announcing plans to install it.
State-of-the-art facial recognition software.
And it is being used on the RFK, Throgs Neck, and Whitestone bridges, as well as the Hugh Carey and Midtown tunnels. When asked why our bridges and tunnels are watching us, the MTA cited security, but they also said in a statement that no data whatsoever is being shared with law enforcement, making you wonder why install the tech at all. We asked, and state officials offered so few details, you'd think the government's privacy comes first.
The state has a history, unfortunately, of downplaying their use of this kind of technology.
The NYPD's chief of detectives tells the I-Team his agency uses the tech a little differently.
Big Brother is not watching here.
Chief Dermot Shea says the police department is not watching New Yorkers in real time. Instead, they're using biometrics to identify suspects caught on camera.
That image or videotape will then be compared against the mugshot database that we currently have.
Just this week, he says the tech helped police identify 3 suspects, including a vandal who trashed kiosks and a man who threw urine at MTA drivers.
We have been using it more.
Shea says of about 2,000 images obtained this year, about 25% produced possible matches. Claire Garvey of the Georgetown Center on Privacy and Technology sued the department for answers about how they were using biometrics. She says the results raise concerns.
There's just an incredible amount of variability and opportunity for mistakes.
Is it true that when you get a possible match, you're getting like 200 possible matches?
You will get, depending on the software used, multiple people that could be. We do not make arrests based on the computer saying this picture resembles this one.
Chief Shea insists their policy is clear. A match is not enough to make an arrest. But Garvey says it's too vague, failing to specify if the system should only be used for suspects. What about witnesses?
We all know we can call 911 anonymously. Face recognition changes this.
We're currently drafting policies department-wide, and these are things that will be taken into consideration.
The chief declined to elaborate on what changes are underway and how often the system makes a mismatch.
So is this leading to arrests? Is it leading to arrests of the right people or the wrong people? This should be a transparent discussion.
A discussion as out in the open as our faces. Melissa Russo, News 4, New York.
Why? I lost my paper clips.
I lost your paper clips.
I don't know why I lost my paper clips, but I just lost them. It makes me sad.
It make you sad?
Yeah. How do you get when you get sad? You know how I get? This is me when I'm sad. Look. Let me see you when you're sad. Yeah, that looks like sad to me. But you know what? You know what? I'm not only sad that I lost my paper clips.
I'm
angry.
sad.
I'm angry.
You angry?
I'm angry I lost my paper clips. This is how I look when I'm angry. Let me see how you look when you're angry. Let me see how you look when you're angry. Be angry. Pretend you're angry. Oh, that's angry. Yeah. But you know what? You know what?
What?
I think I know where I put them after all, so I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, you're happy?
Yeah, let me see you when you're happy.
I'm happy too.
You know what, John?
What?
I'm happy too.
You happy?
Yeah.
From the moment we wake up, an unending stream of videos competes for our attention. But how good are you at spotting a fake? The so-called deepfakes can be awfully convincing.
This was very, truly surprising for me.
You've probably seen Jennifer Lawrence at the Golden Globes and this deepfake makeover with Steve Buscemi's face combined over hers.
This was very, truly surprising for me.
If you didn't know the real Jennifer Lawrence, you might be convinced this is real. But get this, creating fake photos and videos is actually very easy. Some apps let users feed in hundreds of thousands of images to create a fake video, like adding Nicolas Cage's face to movies he was never in. Scarlett Johansson has slammed hackers for posting her face on a porn actor in a video. Or this video of a researcher seemingly changing President Bush's facial expressions. Look closely. Is that really President Obama lacing a speech with profanities?
You see, I would never say these things. At least not in a public address. But someone else would. Someone. Jordan Peele.
So this is an original video of you?
It could not have gone any better. To show how easily it can be done, cybersecurity expert Teresa Payton used video on me talking about the SpaceX launch.
Absolutely.
Then laid someone else's face over mine using a program free on the internet. Falcon 9 rocket. Now, to me, there are some obvious problems. The eyes look strange.
Definitely.
But would you notice it on a small cell phone screen? Teresa then merged two videos of me to change my words. This, as you know, a single inch of flame.
So we could actually take a topic you were talking about that's completely different, mash it up and make you say something in the real newscast that maybe you said something was positive. We could actually turn it into a negative.
Teresa's videos were done using crude programs available for free on the internet. Already, much more sophisticated software makes it difficult to tell what's real and what's not. The concern now, foreign governments with deep pockets could flood American social media with deep fakes to influence voters in the next election, taking it to the next level after Russia concocted fake online personalities on social media to influence the 2016 election.
These are not real people with real opinions. This is a nation-state sponsored, aimed at people trying to change their minds about something.
Disinformation.
That's right, it's a disinformation campaign.
So how can you tell if the video is fake? Watch the eyes, the lips, and the teeth for video grabs and uneven shadows across the face. And listen carefully for audio glitches. Most importantly, be skeptical.
You can call it information persuasion, misinformation manipulation campaigns, but this is the new frontier and it's never been easier or cheaper to pull off.
Seeing is no longer believing.
What we are seeing happen in this world at this point is technology and the blending of reality and non-reality. This world is headed into a place where we won't be able to distinguish what's real from what's not real. And that's what bothers me about this deepfake technology. Over the years, it has become more sophisticated, and with every passing year, it gets more and more sophisticated. Some people might look at some of these deepfake videos and say to themselves, well, I can still tell the difference. But one thing you need to understand is that the government's technology is 30 years ahead of what it's already telling us. So we might be looking at these deepfakes right now and think that we can still tell the difference. But in reality, they've advanced beyond this point, and this is just what they're allowing us to see. I'm sure there's much more convincing deepfakes out there that people have not seen yet. But this is the world we're living in, guys. This is scary because they can take anybody's face, any short video image they find, they can use to put your face on someone else's body or vice versa. And they can say that you did this or you said this even if you didn't actually say or do it. Now, there's also another side to this that I want to share with you guys. So let's go ahead and let's get to the browser so I can show you this real quick. Okay, so here we are at Business Today, and I want you to take a good look at these pictures. When you look at them, they just look like normal people, right? What if I told you that none of these people exist and never existed and were actually created using AI technology? The AI technology created these people who are not real. Let's take a look at the article. It says, creepy. This website creates human faces of people who don't exist. The website uses NVIDIA's generative adversarial network. The researchers have also enabled the software to bring out faces for cats, cars, even bedrooms. So none of these people are actually real people. Interesting, right? Let's continue to read the article. It says, humans have a strange relationship with technology, especially artificial intelligence. We love to talk about AI and its benefits, but also hate it at the same time. And a piece of news that went around recently is a good example of it. Recently, a website named thispersondoesnotexist.com created a lot of buzz online. The website employs AI and machine learning technologies to generate human faces that do not exist. The website uses a type of technology that learns from human faces fed into a machine. The program discovers what human faces are all about so that it can generate its own versions of it. The faces thus generated are fairly convincing. The faces look real, like a picture of some normal person. But of course, the people in the picture don't really exist. So when you visit the website, it will generate a new face or a person for you every time you hit refresh. So these are actually not real people, but computer generated images created by the AI. And let's take a look here. Look at these people here. Look at the detail. Look at this man's hair. Look at his eyes, his eyebrows, his teeth, his facial structure. This is very, very, very convincing. If I wouldn't have told you guys that these people did not exist, you will look at these people and think these people exist somewhere in the world, but they don't. They are created by AI technology. AI created these people. Look at the face. I mean, you got the mole right there. You got the earrings. You got the eyes. You got the hair. Look at the skin. I mean, guys, this is how far we've come in technology. This is how creepy this technology is. That it can actually create real-looking people that never existed. Look at the little girl here. Look at the eyes. Look at the detail. Some creepy stuff. Some very, very creepy stuff. Now, one more thing I want to show you guys as well is this. Living portraits. With the technology we have, the only thing required to be able to make an image come to life is one still image. And here we can see the Mona Lisa. But look at the technology. It's making her move and talk as if she's a real person. Creepy. Let's keep scrolling here. See another example. Facial recognition software is the same software that can be used to make still images move and talk as if they're a real person. Scrolling down, we see more examples here. I mean, this is some scary stuff, guys. This is really, really creepy stuff to be able to see this in the world we're living in right now. I mean, wow. I'm just speechless right now. Seeing all this stuff and knowing where we're at with the technology, it's just some scary stuff. It really is, because Like I say, you gotta always focus on how this stuff could be used for evil. Look at that, Einstein, moving and talking like a real person. This guy here, still image, moving and talking. Marilyn Monroe, moving and talking. Still image here, moving and talking. Very creepy times we're living in. I do believe this technology comes straight from Satan, and it's just some creepy stuff. Just leaves me speechless looking at this, and how they're making reality indistinguishable from non-reality using this kind of technology and AI systems. It's creepy stuff. Very, 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 very creepy stuff. So all in all, I just want you guys to understand how sophisticated this technology is and how we have to be very, very careful with what we believe, because it's so easy now to misconstrue the truth about this technology. People love the technology that we have here, but to be honest, I hate the technology, because the more advanced it gets, the better chances of being used against people like you and me. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I just wanted to point it out. This has been a pretty long video already, and I don't want to make it much longer, but I just want to show you guys what kind of tools and technology that the elites have to play around with. I mean, think about it. They may not like you as a person. They may not like me. They could just take my image and put it on someone else's body and make it look like I said something or did something that I didn't actually say or do. They want to distinguish. They want the reality and non-reality to be indistinguishable from each other. Elon Musk said it himself, and we are seeing that now with these images of people who don't exist, never existed, and it's just creepy. It's creepy, the times we're living in. I thank you guys for watching. This is The Truth Pages. God bless.